Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
And the Tigers look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll line up for a second down play. Leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Finds his man. It's Cobb. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The give to the single back. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
3rd and goal, and I like the play call. You're trying to run it in. You expect to be physical, but this offensive line just not getting the job done. They need more push.
And the try is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Hand off from the shotgun. On the move at the 30. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. They'll give it to him again. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. The last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game for Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football, and you get me lined up, and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation, and now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough, and he easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys to the ball in space.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The play action fake. Right down the middle. That pass is incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. To the air, it's Mack. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. On target to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the 1st down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
This offense has converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. A 3rd time would put them in the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Crimson It feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Brown wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back, bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Mack. Throws to the tight end. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Off play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. And he loses the football on the return.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Young. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Young. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Running back searching for a hole. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums, and he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, we live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
On first down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
Yeah, it's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Brown will throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown time. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
It's now second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Thompson. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll leave it with him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Just feeds the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Riley. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time, just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. The give on fourth down. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
And simple play, simple gain, get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Brown will throw it. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals from Auburn again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Handoff from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Trying to get to him. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Auburn! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the key.
Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got loose, it was all over. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He's going to bring it out from deep. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense working from the pistol. He's looking for a man on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. It's 24-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by a field goal over Florida. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To the air on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. Brown will throw it. Looking left. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal coming up.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he can really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Looking to throw, it's Mack. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone.
Al, 55, Wheat.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Tide!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
And right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Brown wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to run for it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Double right.
They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Rolling.
Gonna run it. It's Young. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal.
Cricket.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
4-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fair catch called for and made. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision.
He'll take the deep shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Brown will throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
29 Philly. 2
These corners going to give them some space. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Burton. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Auburn.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. The RPO, fire complete to the left. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run it from the gun. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the 1st half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
21, Auburn, 13.
Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep powering on until they find an answer.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Dropping back, it's Mack. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Crimson Tide will bring a punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Auburn offense will take over 1st and 10.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Using his legs, it's Cobb. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Finds the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Brown wants to pass. Back open in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
The Tigers have their offense in high gear. They're going to ride this running back. Dances away from one. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. And off to Jones. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Brown will throw it. Fires to the right. Hauls it in. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
That route is a man beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up first and goal.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rolls onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing and build this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available. It'll
be a run on third and short. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. It's reverse. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Alabama! And the route is on. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Brown wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
The short hands, it's Williams. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Trying play action. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
From the shotgun, the inside give. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 48, Auburn 20.
On the
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break.
Cricket.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Offense set on 1st down. Back to pass, it's Duggan. He's moving out of the pocket.
Man, the sack and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on, something to leave with some positive vibes.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Stumbled to the ground. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, fresh set of downs.
He's up to 73 yards rushing in this one, and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Duggan. Complete in the middle. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks, and the quarterback can really make precise throws. Great job, great play, great throw, great game.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man. It's Cobb. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Auburn lines up quickly.
First down for the offense.
Might as well give it to him again. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Duggan. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Toss to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Trying to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on third and goal? Now the play fake. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I'll tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, keep the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
27.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there's more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Duggan. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Heat up the pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The offense set for a first down play. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these